Welcome back. I'm Teresa Wietzdom, founder of Financial Wisdom. First, I want to congratulate you for checking back in with me. That means that you went through episode 1, you have already determined your discretionary income, and you're ready for the next steps. I'm very proud of you for that. So let's talk about it. What are your first steps? Well, the next thing you do, now that you have a good idea of what your monthly expenses are, you know what your discretionary income looks like, now what do you do? Step 1, and you're gonna need a pen and paper for this one because I want you to write this down. It's probably the most important part of building your financial independence. So take that number you discovered, that discretionary number, whatever that is. It could be $100, $500, $1,000, whatever that number is. And I want you to take 65 to 75% of that number. So let's say that it was $1,000, that's $650. Guess what you're gonna do with it? We're gonna establish a savings account, and you're gonna simply take 65 to 75% of that number, and you're going to drop it in your savings account. Why are you doing that? Because what we wanna do is we wanna build 3 months of living expenses, critical. And you're probably thinking, well, if I put all my money in savings, how am I gonna pay down my debt? We're gonna get to that. But remember, we've got to create a buffer that keeps you from using those credit cards. We'll talk about that in a later episode, but for now, we're gonna create that 3 months of living expenses so that something happens, you lose your job, you go in tomorrow, they say you're fired, guess what? You can go a solid 3 months taking care of your family without worry. So, sounds complicated, but it's very easy. And remember, this is the most important part of it. It sounds so simple, but it is. You would be surprised at the number of people who can't live from paycheck to paycheck. But guess what? That's not gonna be you. We're gonna change that in 2025. So let's get started. 3 months of living expenses, utilizing 65 to 75% of your discretionary number. Now you're wondering, what do I do with the money that's left? Guess what? It's yours. You get to have some lifestyle money because I'm gonna get you where you need to be, but we don't have to be there in a box. You can still have some fun, you can still go out, you can still do the things you enjoy, but we're going to create some wealth on our way. So get started with the tips I just shared with you. And please don't forget to drop your questions in the comment section because I'm gonna be here each week to answer those questions. I wanna hear from you. I know that this is new, it's confusing, it's fearful. You've never dealt with something like this. You've never had discretionary income, but guess what? I'm gonna be here with you every step of the way. So let's get started with 2025 with a bang because I promise you, 2026, you'll be in a different place. See you soon.